Well, having spent the last week trying to get the boat ready to set off and launch for the 22nd, I had to go out to the mooring to add new strops to the mooring because they were ripped off in the storm last year. And so the idea was to get out. Unfortunately, fell backwards trying to pull one of the mooring ropes up and it gave way. And hence covered in mud. Anyway, that was that. Then the next day, I helped Ian Tyson put his boat on the water early in the morning, and then dashed off to see what I could do with Sealark to finish off all the work before launch date. Well, it's that time of year. It's now the 22nd, well, 21st of March, and 22nd I'll be launching. So the last week has been absolute mayhem. I've been focusing really on getting this boat cleaned, nowhere near to the standard I'm used to, or the boat's used to be honest with you. It's usually far better than this, but I just haven't got the energy, hence the reason for selling it this year at the end of the year, end of the season. So, you know, if people are interested, let me know. It's for a ridiculously low price, but that's because, you know, I've had my value out of it and it's a good boat. I managed to do things like clean the cooling box out. It's not a fridge, cooling box. I've got a fridge, but that's separate. Keep that. That's where the fridge goes. It's a very good fridge, actually. Very impressed with that fridge. And then there's an electric toilet. I don't know what that's doing up, because I've been cleaning it. And as I say, nowhere near. And I've got electronic switch system, which I've found excellent. It works off the phone as well, so you can be out there and switch things on and off. And then obviously I've got the Fusion stereo, which is really good. I find that very useful, standardising. And then obviously 240 volt electrics. But yeah, and this is the main salon area, if you can call it that. That's what you call it. And then drops down. And it actually goes right down to there. So you got a massive double bed there if you need it. And we've never, oh, I've used it a couple of times actually. And then here you've got the salon there, the cushions for the double bed. And then the lockers, they could do with replacing, to be honest. They were temporary to see what it would look like, and I'm happy with it. And the idea was to take all that out and build a proper one, but that was 2 years ago, as you do. And then that's it really. We'll anchor light. Got a tri-light up the top, which is helpful. And most of the stuff, I like my gadgets, as people who watch the channel will know. This has been a godsend. This is a computer fan, and all that is wired up to the actual solar panel, and there's no battery connected at all. So during the day it ventilates the boat, and have an evening, it just goes off, and it's not called for of an evening really, as long as it's ventilated during the day. And then I've just fitted 2 new solar fans on those, because that was getting quite bad. They're brand new. And that's it. That's me both all lovely and clean now. So all ready to go. I've got a windlass, electric windlass. I fitted that last year. Fitted the electric windlass last year. And I've got a remote control for that. There's a camera watching us. Got cameras all over the boat really. But yeah. The other thing I've got is electronic locks. Because I was that fed up getting keys out every 5 minutes or losing the keys. And now I don't have a problem. That's it really. That's me boat. I really do, honestly, it's a cracking boat. One of the best boats I've ever had. Oh, what have I done with my shoes? Lost them. This is supposed to be a full tin. Look at that. Nearly half empty. Don't get a coffee, young man. Don't warm yourself up.
Hang around while I might be of some use.
How come I didn't? Oh, the paint's come off on there. Come off on that thing.
Oh, the paint on there, yeah.
Yeah. Tell you what, struggled to put that on. It was so thin. I just about had enough to do all of that. But over the tin, there was that much missing in the tin.
Was it what, 3 litres?
Yeah. 2 litres, 2.5.
Oh, 2.5's not
Yeah.
Well, I had a 3 litre tin for mine, but I got a third left.
Yeah.
I was slapping it on as thick as I could.
I had to do it. It was very. I mean, to be honest with you, didn't need to do it.
Oh, right.
Most of it was fine. Here she goes. Here she goes. She's in the air. About this point, when we were bringing it in, that the whole trailer dug in to the mud that much that we had to take the boat off and come back and get it the next day. But today the sand seems quite good, and so far so good. We'll be on one of these moorings. Video clip from Jody Allen, who's taking it from the camera at the top of his mast. Very appreciated. Thanks, Alan. Sun's trying to come out, hiding behind there. Quite a long process getting out here, but once we're finally out, the boat is down and all done and finished. Great stuff. And we're away. 11:36, 0.2 under the keel, and we're away.
But usually if it's bigger, you just pile ahead.
Right. He sat down, dear gentlemen, and I'll take us into the channel. We'll have a nice little tour.
Give the lady a go.
You can have a go, Alice.
A wheel.
We'll get out the way of these dinghies.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. We'll sink them, they won't sink us.
Not very happy. Not being on the water.
It's great, isn't it? That's the thing. You know, I keep on saying, yeah, I'll sell it at the end, and I'm thinking, do I really want to? It's not, this is great, but I just can't cope with the work anymore. I can't do it. And I'm getting on the inside of that engine this year. That nearly killed me. I was in agony for a couple of weeks.
No, we've got 0.4 beneath the keel.
Yeah. What we've got to be careful of when we head out towards the boat, there's a massive hump, so you just need to watch.
Should we go out into the deep channel and come back in? Can't make it
Well,
out.
you can do. I mean, yeah, there's no reason to. We're not in a rush, you know. And you might as well make the best of it while we're out here.
We ready for a few more revs, people?
Orlando know we're being landed. Yes, well, we're sailing quite well. Lost our wind now. What have you done with the wind? All because Alex is at the helm. We're doing very well. 9 knots of wind, and we're doing what? 3 knots, 4 knots, 3.5 knots. I'll do me, donkey.
Brilliant there.
Yes, cheers. Once we put the engine off, and we only had, as I say, between 6 and 9 knots of wind, tops, but she was sailing absolutely beautiful. This was at the without the keel down. We were slightly heeled over, only 15 degrees, but it was so lovely. It was great. We've thoroughly enjoyed that. We had a beautiful sail, so much so that I encouraged Alice, who was at the helm, to take it in and we'll pick up the mooring under sail. Unfortunately, we couldn't find the mooring. So that's a story for tomorrow, because we actually use somebody else's mooring and leave it there for the night. Here we go again, Roy. Round 2 of trying to pick up a mooring. This time we hope we find it. We think it's just about, it's about 20 meters, 30 meters away from where we actually stopped. But at least we're held on that mooring, so it should be all right. This is called waiting for the tide. See, the thing is, I could have walked out there and done all this work for the mooring and then walked back again. But the main thing is that channel you can see filling up. That gets very deep, and that's the bit that is difficult getting back. So yeah. If it had sounded maybe half an hour earlier, an hour earlier, I would have been able to do it all, I think. I was too lazy this morning. On we're away, got one more in there, a couple of moorings there, a couple of moorings there. Just approaching Sea Loch now. Oops, going past there. You got it?
Yep.
There you go. We'll just put 2 big boys and a long line on this now, so we hopefully will be able to pick that up once we start floating. But we'll head to it as soon as we start floating, so that we don't have to mess around with everything sinking on us. Are you stable enough? I'm going to stand up.
Definitely stable.
Back on the road mooring now. The problem was, when I fitted the strops, the buoy was still connected to the chain and it should have been connected to the strops. And the reason for that was it sank because the strops had wrapped around the buoy and pulled it down, and the whole thing was a right mess. It took us ages to sort it out, but we got it sorted. And there she is, sitting happily ever after. Then we, for a celebration, we went to Fliss's for my halloumi, lettuce and tomato sandwich, which was great. And we had a little robin who joined us. Thanks for watching, everybody, and hope to see you soon. I'll